we're gonna start out, go fish the corner to trestle. We've been doing real good on the falling tide right there in the corner. So we're gonna go down there and give that a try, and then whenever the tide switches, we'll get back on the west side and see what's going on down there. It's been pretty good. Yeah, they've been all nice, averaging about 2 pounds, you know, anywhere from 14, 20 inches. You'll have a couple 3s and 4s mixed in, but you know, most of them 14, 15 inches. It'll hold out till about the end of May. Plastic bite's only gonna hold out for about another 2 weeks. The live shrimp season starts tomorrow. But you'll be able to catch them on the trestle with live shrimp all the way through the end of May, half of June, and they'll start moving out toward the riglet.
Every time I go on a charter, the first thing I tell my clients before they leave the dock, the most important thing is to get that lure to the bottom. A lot of times you'll get a lot of customers who will come out, or a lot of anybody, just anybody who comes out, the first thing they do is they make that cast, you'll look at them, as soon as the lure hits the water, they start reeling. I mean, yeah, they call it a swim bait, but it's not necessarily made to be swam in the lake. In the lake, you want to get that thing to the bottom. You want to count it down a few seconds, wait till that bow comes into the line. Once you see that bow hits the line, you know it's on the bottom. At that point, all you need to do is just barely jig it, barely jig it. A lot of customers are getting bites and they don't even know it.
Look at this. Look at that trout, boy.
Come on.
Look at that trout.
That won't win the saltwater series.
That's awesome.
Crazy.
Dude, I want to put him in a tank at the shop. That thing is as big as a bait. So basically, usually they're gonna hold right up against the pilings a lot of times. They're waiting, you know, that they got a little eddy behind it, so it's kind of calm. So try to throw, I like to throw as close to the bottom of the pilings as I can. It doesn't have to be right on it, but throw close to it. And basically, it's gonna take about 8 seconds to get to the bottom, and you'll see your line kind of lay flat, and then just jig it 2 or 3 times, and then watch your line, and when it lays flat again, you know you're on the bottom. So you can pop it again after that. But I like to use yellow power pro because it's a lot, you can see it real good above the water, and it gives you a lot more sensitivity, so you can feel all the little subtle bites out here. So but basically just work it all the way back to the boat, because sometimes they hang way off the bridge. So we got some big fish in here. Look at them pogies getting run up over there. But yeah, they definitely got some big fish out here. We've had a couple 5s come in through the dock. So there he is right there. I got another croaker. Oh, there he is. Oh no, that's a trout. Oh, that sucker's strong. Come on.
You always want to fish the down current side. You always want to start on the down current side. A lot of times when the tide's not moving that hard like it is right now, those fish will post up on the other side. But when it's ripping through, right, you definitely want to be on the down current side of the bridge. I'm gonna tell you what the ideal condition is, and a lot of people get scared off from this. It's that evening time bite when you get that southeast wind and it's ripping through here, and it's pushing that water through here, and it's going 100 miles an hour. What happens is a lot of that bait that's in Lake Bourne, Lake Catherine, whatever, is being pushed in with that strong incoming tide and that strong southeast wind, and it's pushing it through here. And a lot of times what you'll find is you have less boat traffic because a lot of people won't come out here and all that, with all that waves and the rough weather, but you're gonna have a lot more fish. You're gonna catch a lot more fish. I mean, 2 days ago, I did the same pattern with one of my buddies. We came out here. It was rough getting across, but when we got over on the south side, the water was actually kind of calm. And I mean, within 20 minutes, we had 14 fish. I mean, the bite was just like that. So that hard southeast wind and that hard incoming tide, that's what you want. Ideal conditions.
Yeah, right now they're a little suspended. We're having to jig it a little harder than we usually do. But sometimes they get like that. If you ever get to where you're catching them and then they kind of stop, change your jig up a little bit. Sometimes they just change depth in the in the water column. Depending on the temperature of the water, they change, coming up or down. But it just depends time of the day. You just got to try different stuff whenever they slow down. Both lost the lure.
He was aggressive. Like Jonathan was kind of alluding to earlier, if they kind of slow up, the fish really don't slow up. Either move to the west side, move to the east side, down current, up current, whatnot, or change the jig up. Sometimes you got to just be a little bit more aggressive with it, and they'll get more aggressive with it. Sometimes they'll hold tight to the bottom, and when the current starts pulling up, they'll just rise in the water column. When they rise in the water column, you got to jig that jig a little bit faster. If I feel like that. Keep changing it up, never quit. Keep making that cast.